I don't want your shit. I want your stuff.
You can't have the house. Steve, you can't have my house.
Well, fine, then you don't get to die, and you have to do this podcast until you're 80. Who's going to listen to this podcast?
This is going down a dark path, said the
horrid.
doctor with the colonoscopy. Going down Steve's dark path.
They give you the report with the pictures of the inside of you. And on some of them, the camera's like looking back on itself, and you can see the
See
tube,
the doctor
like,
smiling.
Yeah, it's like, the whole team's like, hey. If I knew you and you were alive in the 1600s, I'd say that woman's got the devil.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's on the ground for 90 minutes. And her heart rate's 210. That shit ain't right. Hail Satan. I was thinking butt plug with a selfie camera in it.
Wow, yeah. That's a market.
They play the music from when the old people were young. So they'll be like banging psytrance and that going in the old folks' home and sit around playing video games all day, getting high off legal whatever future drugs there are.
Yeah, future drugs. It's going to be amazing. I just wouldn't be particularly respectful. Hence why I'm not a medical professional.
This is the one reason Naomi's not a surgeon.
Yeah, the only reason.
Stop just mucking around with unconscious people.
I had surgery on my ankle to remove the hardware from when I broke it. And every time I have surgery, I have a seizure on the operating table. And I've told them this. And every time it happens, they seem surprised.
I think what you should do is when you're looking at your New Zealand voting register, think like, who would I give a seizure to? And don't vote for that one. Well, what's funny is the tube has little headlights because it is dark in there.
Oh, it's like one of the ROVs going down to the Titanic.
Yeah, except instead of the Titanic, it's my arsehole.
Yeah, comparable.
Yeah.
In that deep, dark abyss.
I did have a colonoscopy.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Well, I went into the hospital and I said, I'm here for a colonoscopy. And the nurse goes, excellent, wonderful. I said, is it though? And she stopped and was like, no, it's not really, is it?
Yeah, and just stop having seizures. Just get over it. Grow up. Oh, I can write shit jokes all day long. I can
that would be a good. Now, there's a good course: how to script a shit joke.
How to do a terrible stage show. Steve, you could write that.
Oh, I could write that all day long.
You can only have one spaz in the bedroom at a time.
Well, if you have two, it's a health and safety nightmare.
Exactly. That's when you need an observer. You need somebody just to keep you safe. Just how could they? We're delightful. Got it. And this is one of the reasons why I can't think about the world and can't think about the future, because it seems that as humankind, we're all fucked. It's all fucked. We're all screwed. We're all going to die in misery. What is the point? Still amazing. And
whatever helps you sleep at night.
Everyone is still very lucky to have me. You know, they should thank me just for being me.
Sexy disabled time.
It's a niche market, but it is a market.
Every person, no matter where they come from, what shape they are, what color they are, deserves a very basic minimum standard of care. We as a society have a duty to those who are least able to support that we should do something.
America would probably just let you die. And
oh no, I would be so dead in America. I would not have had the medical care I needed for one of my things that would have killed me, and I would have died. We are indeed shiny baubles for Thane to play with us.
I'm playing with your baubles. That was a cheap joke. I was going to say that was low-hanging fruit, but that's too close to your balls.
Like growing up, I guess, and like coming to terms with how my brain works has been realizing like if people are being dicks, you just need to let them be dicks. You can't like get mad about it and do something. They're just going to be assholes. And you're like, fine, just let them be jerks.
Fuck off. Grow up. Get over it. It's the stuff that's said when it's not recording that we should just keep on recording when we're not doing the podcast, because the stuff that no, okay, I can see you shaking your head there. I'm a princess. So technically, if I'm having a seizure, I'm out of it. Anyone can do whatever they like to me and it's fine?
I'm going to say yes. I'm pretty sure that seizures equal consent.
Well, if we've got the audacity to spaz around on the floor, how dare we? I have literally nothing to offer the world. My black eyes might not be from injuries. It might be just from paramedics punching me. Stop having a fucking seizure. And I did actually say to the paramedics who came to me a couple of days ago that it'd be so good to have them on speed dial. And they could be like, Nay, quick, get round. She's got half an hour left. And we race in with our microphones, do a quick interview. What's it like? You're right on the verge of death. You're into some weird stuff. I'd rather just have a cuddle.
I am a famous sex weirdo. If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, does it make a sound? If you're completely unconscious and she slaps you and you don't remember it, is it wrong?
We are generous, beautiful people.
The paramedics got me into the chair and helped me into the chair because I fell over like a little old lady. And I did joke them about how they'd find me 3 weeks later crawling across the floor for a biscuit. Because in my head, when old people fall over and are trapped, they always find a biscuit.
When I think back to how smart I used to be before blowing my brains out with cannabis for the last fuck knows how long.
I just simply can't. When people have never seen me have a seizure before, they're like, okay, you've told us all about it. We know what's going to happen and that's fine. And then they see one and they're still fine. But I feel like, fuck, I've subjected them to something that, not that they didn't sign up for, but that they wouldn't normally have to deal with in a friendship. People think that having a seizure is scary. And I guess in the grand scheme of things it is. But I'm unconscious when it happens. So it's kind of fine. It's scary for other people, but I have no awareness of it. So it's like, well, okay, that happens. This is fucking ridiculous. You shouldn't be allowed to do this to a human. This is nonsense. This has to stop right now, and I have to have a sandwich and go home. Well, get the doctor. I'm going home. Cheap little bastards. You little fuckers. You fuckers. Oh, morning. Great adventure.
What a fun podcast we have. It's just that I don't know why people wouldn't want to listen to this.
I know, right? At least even if it's just to feel better about their lives and go, thank God they're screwed. I'm not.
Where is the money for the next bit? And I was trying to look at like some alternative education stuff for my neurodivergent kid, and it's like really expensive. And I'm like, well, maybe if I just stop eating.
Any avenue that they offer, I will take it, no matter. Yeah, if they said run down the main street naked in the middle of the day, I'd do it, partly for fun, but also if that helped.
So I've read a thing that says that that's good for seizures and for our social media.
Okay, next week then. Quick note, people, not every injury is for ED. Some of them can just go to the injury centre. It's not an emergency.
I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly horny now.
As you should be.
As you all should be, dear listeners.
Well, imagine just being a person that wakes up and goes, oh, morning, off to work. That's insane.
It blows my mind.
It really does.
And with me is my co-host, Naomi Strain, who is a professional seizurist.
I do it very well.
She's so good. I mean, she won the Seizure Cup 7 years in a row.
But I couldn't hold it. I kept dropping it.
Yeah. Luckily, it's made out of plastic for just this reason.
I mean, someone on all fours crawling around your bed in the middle of the night. What's not sexy about that?
Whoa. I would murder to have a shit job.
Right, yeah.
That just provided me like a relatively stable amount of income that I could count on, that let me plan the rest of my life. You're like, I've had these seizures for a long time. I'm ready to today is my day to go. I want to gaffer tape a chainsaw to your hand and let you have a seizure and slice yourself to bits. Dr. Naomi. Okay, lawyer Naomi. Counselor Nay.
I'm Dr. Naomi.
Do drugs, don't do drugs. We don't care.
Just at least give them a try.
How do you know you won't like it if you haven't tried it? It's all about balance.
I don't know if you know this, but Naomi is the greatest person to have ever lived in the history of time.
Fact.